very strong, where there are tremendous potentials for us to build on. In fact, I was thinking a fair amount about this over the past few days, because of course, as you all know, we just had the Festival of Diwali, a festival that looks both at light and that looks at celebrating a successful harvest and a successful period of building. And it's a time to reflect on that, I think, because number one, we've been seeing tremendous success in the past year in Telangana. The Consulate this year is celebrating our 10th anniversary, and we're very proud of that milestone. We're proud of the milestone that we've issued over 1 million visas here to Indians to go to the United States. And we're very proud of the deepening people-to-people connections as well as government-to-government connections. It is truly amazing how many people in the United States now know somebody from Telangana or from Andhra Pradesh, which was not true 20 or 30 years ago. So the change is amazing. And more importantly, there's the potential for that to keep growing. We're looking forward to our own new building here, which will greatly expand our ability to work with people in this region. We're looking forward to seeing business ties continue to grow, to taking advantage of all of these opportunities in multiple sectors across the economy. So I think this is a really exciting time. I want, though, to shift the focus a little bit from the macro big picture down to the micro level, because as a consular officer in my work, every day we deal with individuals, whether it's people who are coming for visas, for American passports, Americans needing some form of consular services or assistance. And I wanted to look at a couple of things. First of all, I was struck, just meeting all of you in the lobby, at how many people have been to the United States, have lived in the United States. And this is a story that continues, the story of people either visiting the United States, but more importantly, living in the United States for a period of time, perhaps for education, perhaps for work, and then coming back. But there's a new story and a new potential that I think we all need to give a little bit more focus to. And you all probably know it because many of you in this room are part of this story. Because when you were in America, you had children, and those children are American citizens. And those children, at least some of them, are now starting to become adults. They're turning 18, 20, they're looking at their own education opportunities. And their horizons, because they have such a strong connection both here to India and to the United States, and they have American citizenship, is tremendous. And what these children will choose to do, how they will choose to maintain their contacts with both of their countries. Will they choose to follow in their parents' footsteps and stay in certain educational fields such as high-tech, engineering, medicine, or will they broaden into a wider range of different disciplines? These are all questions I think we should be thinking about, and I know we at the Consulate are very focused on making sure that we're prepared to assist these new young American citizens as well as non-resident Indians and part of the Indian community as they prepare for their future. The second area that I wanted to focus on a little bit this morning is the very practical aspect of visas, and specifically visas for people who are going on business trips to the United States. First off, let me dispel a few myths. Everybody always says, oh, it's very difficult to get a visa. Oh, it's impossible to get a visa. The overwhelming majority of people who apply for a visa here in Hyderabad get that visa. And I think many more people could find their experience at the Consulate a little easier if we just focus on a few basic things. Because the reality is, when a vice consul is interviewing a business traveler to the United States, there are a few questions that they're keeping in the front of their mind. The first one is, does this person really work for the company they say they do? And much as I hate to say it, every day we see fake letters from companies, often with the letterhead copied from a letter that you sent for somebody, claiming that this person works for that company. So it's a real issue and one that we do have to work on. The second question they're looking at is this person going to return to India at the end of their time in the United States? And thirdly, is the work that they're going to do, is the reason for their trip, consistent with a business visa as opposed to employment in the United States? And I have to be honest with you, the pace of technological change is much faster than the pace of legislative change. So our laws, many of them were written in the 1950s, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a challenge to interpret all of that in light of the exciting high technology developments that are happening right here in Hyderabad. Nonetheless, some basic guidelines. If a person is going to the United States because they're going to try to get sales for your company, try to meet with new clients and drum up business, that's perfectly fine. They're going to a conference, they're going for training. But if they're going to spend time doing actual work, writing code, improving the program, spending months with a client to help make sure there's smooth implementation, more likely than not, that's something that's going to be needed done with somebody with an H visa, with some other form of employment visa, or by an American citizen hired in the United States. And if you have questions about work, please feel free to reach out to us at the consulate before the person comes in to apply for a visa. It makes it simpler for all of us. Say, this is the project, this is what we're trying